All right, let me be completely honest. Austin Rivers is possibly the biggest depiction or the living embodiment of everything that you possibly hate whenever getting into the sports industry. Nepotism, complete delusion, and absolute ignorance. Just knowing that Austin Rivers think that 30 NBA players could actually transition from the NBA to the NFL is absolutely asinine, ignorant, stupid, and some certain analysts that are also former NFL players are calling it absolutely ridiculous and disrespectful. Because being an NBA player could possibly be the most simplest job, and I'm not saying that the talent pool isn't there or it doesn't have a certain amount of physicality that go into it, but it's possibly one of the most flopping leagues in the NBA, especially over the time when the analyst was even depicting over NBA players transitioning to basketball to football. They depict the load management ruling, the likeness of players not even playing their games more consistently, the flopping, the softness, whining over calls almost 24/7, majority of the time. Most NBA players don't even have to be that big. You don't have to develop that much over a muscle mass. You can develop a more so core strength, but you need that speed and agility to try to get yourself over to the basket and still score. Like, you're not seeing fucking Steph Curry all because he's 6'3" and has great footwork to move off ball does not mean he's going to be a great wide receiver. Even though he's taller than a lot of average receivers that are like 5'10", 5'10" to 11, that could play as a dependable slot to a route running, deep threat. That's fucking Mike Evans. You're not getting that out of NBA players, and even if they are, they look like legitimate, like Zion Williamson. We're talking probably Giannis Antetokounmpo. LeBron James has always been over in the conversation, even though he had his time in high school football before transitioning to basketball, where of course he got success from. And Austin Rivers is taking it like you weren't even averaging double digit points until your father started coaching your fucking basketball team and you became a dependable journeyman getting rotation minutes. So know your place, Austin Rivers, you overgrown, wasted Andrew Tate with hair looking motherfucker. I hate Austin Rivers, bro. There's gotta be like a limit to how unlikable you can be. While you're just whining over almost anything to make yourself more relevant than how you are in your playing days, trying to say any shit you can, all because you are an athlete means you could just transition to an easy sport. Come on, that's like saying that I can transition from being a cop to being a fireman just like that. Like it doesn't take a different type of style, training, and different endurance level and different body type to even learn how to do that. That's ridiculous. So just saying that like it's just simple all because you are tall and athletic does not mean you're going to transition. No Negro's going to play hockey. No NBA players are going to play hockey. No NBA players are always going to transition to baseball. No NBA players are even going to transition to soccer that often. You know why? Because the standard talent level in soccer is even more vaster than basketball, even though it's the most simplistic game to play. We have to go to fucking flag football and tug of war for Pro Bowls now than going full padded up risking players' career. While you guys be just chucking over 200-point games over in an all-star game, wasting everybody's time. You guys can't even go a competitive 5v5 with the best players on the court, while the NFL is going hand in knees to try to make sure that they can make all their marquee players stay healthy over a season where fans actually want to see their best players play. Like, come on. That's got to be the most ignorant depiction of how you guys think. And Austin Rivers been trying to make this point accumulate over the Pat McAfee show, over on ESPN, like he knows the ins and outs. And the only person that can actually transition well over from a different sport is a person that never even did it before. Like, you can't even say that over to a Bo Jackson. that developed over playing pro baseball until he made it to the NFL. Deion Sanders, that also was outstanding in Major League Baseball and NFL football. Antonio Gates, that had a good collegiate career over in basketball and then transitioned over to being a Hall of Fame level tight end over in football. Like Austin Rivers, the only standout thing about you is still your McDonald's All-American career, your shit over in high school, and that's literally how you peaked over a rotational bench career for like 10 plus years, and there's no significance about it unless the last name Rivers wasn't there on your birth certificate. So go fuck yourself. I don't want to hear this again. This is ridiculous. I'm not saying that there can't be NFL players in there, but just saying there's a surplus of talent in the NBA that you think will even live up to doing this. All you got to do is run, shoot, and dunk in basketball. You can have Kevin Hart win it, play it. You think Kevin Hart wants to go pad it up and play over in the Pro Bowl back when you can play full pads? Absolutely not, because nobody's trying to get hit. Nobody's trying to rush over into a dime. It's already difficult enough that, I can score like 2-4 points in the NBA. While in the NFL, no average Joe's going to get an average of 1.8 yards a carry. It's very difficult. It's easy to dribble down over on half court until a guy presses you. But it's very difficult to run in a bunch of pounds while carrying a fucking football, while there's 200-pound men, 300-pound men that can run at least a 4.8 or 4.5 trying to break your neck. Like, there's a big difference. I'm sorry, am I being a bit too harsh? Tell me down in the comment section you think Austin Rivers was making a point, or he was just doing this trying to think he was being funny. That's it for me. Like, comment, subscribe for more. I'm gonna take my Tylenol.